Let's make a trading card. So, Mr. Tenhundred is having a contest for his new TCG Primal Guard. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I think it actually just did gangbusters on Kickstarter, so I think the Kickstarter is actually done at this point. He just had a contest to design one of the mythic cards in his TCG. Be this guy right here, be the Tarsi, or as it's called in normal speak, the Tarsier, or I guess it's based off of the Tarsier. This is what Tarsiers look like, little goblin, gremlin looking things that have big old eyes, and it's actually like primate, so it's closer to a monkey than it is like a lemur or anything like that. But after doing a little bit of research, these guys are like elusive creatures. They're tiny little things, and they like dive from tree to tree, and they're really cool. And one of the posts that I found was they are the ninjas of the trees, and I just latched onto that idea. Pretty much these two pieces of reference right here were the only two things that I went off of to make this illustration. So let's hop into it. First off, I went for some concept sketches. I wanted to see what would fit inside of that designated location for the illustration on the card. So I did two different layouts just to kind of see what would work. And I ended up going with this first one because I felt like it showed more of the character. And I wanted to play around with the idea of this was his staff, because they're mostly seen on trees, on the kind of trunks of trees just hanging on there with their goofy little fingers that overlap and look all crazy and gangly. So I thought a staff would be cool, but I really wanted to get the feet in there. Maybe that's how he holds his staff, but it really just looks like a branch, and I think that's fitting for the area. You can't really see because it kind of goes off frame. But speaking of the frame, I actually wanted to play a lot with that, having it kind of break out of the frame. I really love it when cards do that, and I've done that with pretty much every one of my card illustration designs, so that's my jam, that's my thing. I love doing that. I used to hate the line work phase because I was trying to do nice, clean cut lines that are precise and everything. A long time ago, I just said, screw that, we're gonna go crazy lines, thick and thins, kind of go sporadic, because that's what I love about the sketch process. So for the line work, that's all I do now. I do this kind of real sporadic, I take notes from Mr. Todd McFarlane. That's how he sketches. So I do the same kind of sketch style where it's not perfect. Perfection is overrated. Don't do that. Here is the line art. You got that funny little smirk that he got in there, little squinty eye kind of attitude. I love that. He's got his bandana. Now for the color, I wanted to go with kind of the same tones that Mr. Tenhundred got right here. Kind of the same oranges and browns and kind of pinkish tones for the ears and stuff like that. I'm all over the place whenever I sketch, whenever I color. I'm kind of sporadic. I try and color in the lines, but screw that. We got clipping masks. We do all that. So I really wanted to play with the color of the main design here. It is a jungle themed deck, so I thought more greens were fitting, but I actually ended up going with more of a turquoisey color here. I thought that's in the same vein while still giving it a punch of color, because I really wanted to offset that with some blues and all this crazy lightning that I got going on in the background. I do this for every single design I've ever done. If you want to take a look, scroll through my page, that's all I do for my illustrations, is do crazy kind of energy lines on the outside. For these cards, I definitely go for more of a stylistic choice. I don't like to put a lot of small details in the background, because when you shrink this down to actual size, you don't really see much of that anyway. So I like to keep it minimal, although with all of this energy and stuff in the background, it does get a little busy, but I like me a little busy. And here is the final card right here. Let's get it spinning right there. Editing, Isaiah, you can do that in the future, right? Right? You got that? Is it spinning? Is it spinning right now? I don't know. I won't know until I edit this. And of course, every single submission, everything you do, especially as for a client, presentation is key. Key, son. So make this shit look pretty. I'm gonna hop into Blender real quick and do a little presentation, do a little video, do a little sparkle. It just so happens that I already have this layout of a card slab with a card in it. I just switched out the graphics to show all the Primal Guard stuff, to show my card, to show all the graphics in there, make sure it's nice and formatted, add a little bit of sound, a little bit of that spice on top, and there you have it. There is the final result. Oh, we gotta do this. And now for the final, sexy, Shot. So that's it. Best of luck to everybody out there that's also submitting their own artwork for this. I'm sure I'm excited to see what other artists are out there, what other submissions there are. But here's mine. I hope you like it. And peace out. Much love to everybody. Out.